Hi everybody, Kat here. Welcome to my channel. It's Wednesday afternoon. Hope you're having a great day. Well, it has been a jam-packed week of royal news, I'll tell you. First of all, we had Omid Scobie. Now, new name, Liebrows. It's fabulous. He has been caught out lying about the origins of the Dutch manuscript. He's had to admit that indeed he did pen the original manuscript with the names included that his agent or editor sent to the Dutch for the translation. And we know now that this was absolutely planned. It was a PR stunt, just the same as the previous book, Finding Freedom, was leaked in Spain, same kind of idea. They had this done with the Dutch version because, of course, the Dutch libel laws around that kind of thing, libel and slander, are a lot less severe than they are in Britain or, say, even America. So we know. I mean, we knew from the start. Took him a week of interviews saying, oh, we got to get to the bottom of this, and I'm as concerned as everybody else. And, you know, it took him a while to have to come clean about that. Now, still no news from Harry and Meghan. They haven't said a word for or against Omid Scobie, for or against the book itself. We know they had involvement in it. I mean, there's no doubt that that's happened again. So, you know, everybody's credibility is just shot. It truly is the end game for, I think, Liebrows' career. He's got no credibility left, folks. And Harry and Meghan, well, you know, I think they'll always have some supporters. But wow, their reputation has gone just down the tubes with this episode, as well as the Hollywood Bible. The Hollywood Reporter came out with their basically best and worst list of 2023. And amongst the biggest losers, who do we find? They call out Harry and Meghan as the biggest losers in Hollywood. Nobody likes them. Nobody wants to do any work with them. They don't work. What did we figure out with Archwell? An hour a week or something from their tax returns, the money they actually put into, the time they actually put into it. So it's not surprising, again, that we've heard the news of Archwell's financials, that it seems they're just bleeding money. 2021, they were up, $10 million in donations. They gave away, a few $100,000 here, $1 million there. Not a lot of money. A very low percentage of the money in the account was actually used to benefit anybody other than perhaps Harry and Meghan. And we see with the accounts now, they're not getting the donations. The donations have just drawn to a trickle. Where's all the money going? Well, I think we know, because we had this year the controversy with his games, the Invictus Games, and the trouble Meghan caused with that, dissension in the ranks. Nobody's happy at Invictus because it seems, Meghan has to, it was Harry's thing. I mean, yeah, it was a spin-off of the Warrior Games in the States. The Palace and some other officials put it together. They put this Invictus together for basically to give Harry a project and something to do. Keep the boy busy. Harry didn't come up with this brilliant plan all by himself. This was a palace-funded project to begin with. The Royal Foundation, headed by William and Catherine, they put money into it as well. Again, the palace supporting Harry. He seems to forget all the times they supported him and just wants to talk about the time at Sandringham he got the smallest bedroom, and so, he's gonna... It's just destroyed his life and made him this vindictive person. So anyway, yeah, we've had dissension in the ranks with Invictus. Excuse me. Their Archewell Foundation is just going tits up. There's no money. People aren't donating. Corporations aren't donating. Now, we know originally whatever it was, $13 million or something that was donated. Excuse me, tickle in my throat. We know that was only, I think, 2 or 3 donors. We're all presuming that one $10 million donation, the largest one, probably came from Oprah as payoff for the interview. You give me the interview, I'll throw some money at your foundation. And Oprah, uber billionaire, I mean, $10 million is like pocket change to her. But that notwithstanding, so the Markles are in rough shape, man. They're running out of money. They're running out of reputation. They're running out of road. Nobody wants to work with them. Nobody wants to have anything to do with them. And no matter how many puff piece putting it out there things Meghan tries to do to manage her own image, like, oh, we'd love to go to the UK for Christmas. We'd love to spend Christmas with the family. Are you kidding me? This is what she does. She put out, going Obama's birthday party, the Oscars, the deal with Dior. How many of these things has she done? It's constant. We know this. It doesn't work. It's not working. Maybe it worked once or twice for her when she was younger, and people just gave in to shut her up, but it's not working now. People aren't biting, They're not. She's not getting the attention. She's got to resort to hiring Backgrid or bringing along a friend who hires Backgrid for another bloody parking lot little parade. The woman's crazy. She's so desperate to get in the papers that she'll hire people so she can traipse around a parking lot for 15 minutes and they can, and those pictures are published. It's crazy. You never see the kids. They've gone here, there, everywhere, date nights, private planes flying everywhere, concerts. You never see them do anything with the kids. You never see them mention the kids. Christmas is coming. We've had the Christmas card from the King and Camilla, all looking all regal in their robes and everything. We've had the Wales' family photo, black and white. A little bit of controversy over that, but that's just making mountains out of molehills. There's nothing there. It's a great picture. Nothing wrong with it at all. And they all look fabulous. We haven't gotten a picture from Meghan and Harry yet, and the invisible children. I wonder who they're going to hire for this year's photo. Because there are no kids. There are no kids. I really don't think there's any children, honest to God. I think at the most, what I will say is Archie, there may have been a surrogate. I think the deal went bad or something, and they don't have his full custody. Maybe they cut a deal, have access, get a photo now and again or something. At the most, and Lilibet, I think, she's imaginary. I don't know what kid they're using, but, I don't think she exists. This is all a scam from beginning to end. The palace knows about it. Everybody, we all wonder how this is going to play out. How are Harry and Meghan ever going to come back from this, if it's ever confirmed what's really going on? They'll find a way. They'll always be protected. They'll always have some supporters. They'll always have an excuse. They are on a huge downward trend, just like all my work with the time loop, Wallace and Edward and all of that. It's happening. Meghan and Harry are now, they reached the top of their popularity, notoriety, and now it's just plummeting. And they're going to be nobodies. They're going to jump up and squeak and pop out and say things and like they've always done to try to get attention. But their relevancy is waning quickly. And people will just be bored of them. Now there's talk that Meghan's going to be writing her own book. So, she might be able to try to explain away the whole association with Liebrows and this book. We'll see. But, we know her MO. We know what she does. They're all the same. They're all just terrible people. Meghan, Harry, Omid Scobie, Marcus Anderson, who was once the paramour of Omid Scobie. Believe it, the circle is small, the web is small, and these people are all connected. Go back and look at my videos on the Soho House connection. Who is Marcus Anderson? Who's your daddy? It's quite the web of deceit that they have weaved. It's a very small web at this core, but it expands outward to places you would not believe. And this is why when people wonder, well, how did Harry and Meghan get away with it? Why does it seem that the government and the palace and the American government, why somehow, after all of this, are they being supported? Well, it's, they're royal. They're not like us. They're the elite. And that's a club you and I'll never join. It's also a club that even though they kicked Harry out, you're never completely out. He's always going to have a level of protection. He's always going to be able to get away with the things he gets away with, because to maintain a suitable level of sort of popularity, status, he will work with these people. he's happy enough to be a patsy for the New World Order, for the World Economic Forum, for the Aspen Institute, for the destruction of free speech around the world. He's a willing participant because he gets a payoff out of it, and he still feels important because just the fact of growing up royal, let alone the chip the size that, on his shoulder, it's just been a way of life for them. I mean, they don't know. In his defense, he doesn't know anything better. Meghan has been spoiled from the get-go and been told she can do anything and be anything she wants, and she took that to heart. And, to have the nerve to go into the palace and try to make a case to the Queen that she deserves better press, better projects, more say in what goes on, and that she should be above the status of Catherine because she's this self-made philanthropist, actress, businesswoman. I mean, what a load of horse shit. These people, it's just amazing. Just amazing. What else happened this week? Harry lost a leg of a piece of one of his court cases. And he has been ordered to pay the Mail on Sunday, Associated Newspapers, I think it is, the parent company, something like $70,000 for this piece of the case, which Harry had wanted a summary judgment saying they were wrong, I was right, and let's be done. And the judge said no. The judge thinks that the newspaper has enough credible evidence to pull Harry's ass into court and make him actually testify. And so this is what's happening. Now Harry has a chance to settle. If he settled outside of court, but he's only got a short period of time. He's only got a short period of time to do that. And if he doesn't, they'll be going to court sometime in 2024. And, if Harry does this like the last time, what evidence do you have? And he's, well, none, but, that's your job. No, it's not. If you bring a court case, you're supposed to have evidence to back up your claims, Harry. And so it's going to be another case of that. But this time, I think he's going to get skewered. If he doesn't settle and he goes to court, I mean, this downward spiral is just going to keep going and going. We've still got decisions to be made on his security status and suing the Met Police for super duper worldwide protection. I don't think that's going to happen. I really think that they're in a huge downward spiral. And this week, we've heard from William. Apparently, sources close to the prince say that he is just enraged with everything that's happening in the book. The naming of Catherine as, one of the royal racists. And apparently, William has said, man, when I'm king, that guy'll never be allowed back in Britain. Now, here's the thing. What have I said all along? That William is going to take control of that. I mean, this is getting out of hand. The world despises Harry and Meghan, yet the king, he'll do nothing. And I don't know how much longer William's going to stand for that. I mean, I've said several times that I think that the king's days are numbered. if best, maybe he's got another year. I think that William's gonna move him out and take control, and I think part of the reason is for the furor, the uproar over this whole situation, the treacherous behavior of Meghan and Harry, everything that's gone on, the public outcry, not only in Britain now, but around the world. You know, something's got to be done, and I think William's going to be the guy to do it. So we've got a lot to look forward to. We can just watch Meghan and Harry just spin out of control. We're going to see William take a more decisive role in things. I think we're going to be hearing more from him in the new year. It's going to be interesting. Strap in. It's going to be a good ride. Like, subscribe, leave me a comment. I'd love to know what you have to say about all of this. And if you'd like to, you can buy me a coffee. Links in the description. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye now.